What is up, people? It is actually very cold in Florida for once. Christmas was yesterday. Had a great Christmas. Hope everyone else did as well. I am out here today to make another wheelie tutorial video, as the one that I made, I posted on Grom Stunners about, I think it was about 8 months ago. About 8 months ago. It got more positive feedback than I really thought, and apparently it helped out a lot of people. Now I can't go and find that video because the old video is on another computer that I used to have, so, or else I would just upload that on YouTube. So my goal is to just make a quick, easy, detailed video on how to wheelie a Grom and then post it on YouTube. That way it never gets lost. I'm gonna try and make this video as simple and as short as possible. We're gonna talk about tire pressure, we're gonna talk about clutch ups, and the third and the most important part is talk about learning how to use the foot brake. Use the foot brake. Use the foot brake. Let it control your life. This right here is a foot brake. First things first, tire pressure. Now I have a size 130. That's the width of the tire on here. I did have a 120, got comfortable on that, and then went back to 130 and it threw me off, and it took me a couple weeks to get used to again. Now, every tire is different. Even if the size is the same, every tire is different. Some tires are soft, some tires are hard. This one is hard. It's easy to burn out with. It doesn't grip as hard. And I absolutely hate that. I want my tire to grip. I had a Michelin Power Pure on there before, and it's a lot grippier, softer, stickier tire, and I loved it. Now, the reason why I'm explaining the different types of tires is because this tire is a lot harder. You can even feel a tire before you buy it and mount it, how hard it is to press with your finger. This one's harder. So believe it or not, I'm running 12 pounds in this and didn't even realize it. I thought it was at like 20, because usually I fill up my tires to where I like them. I'll fill them up to like 25. I'll start at 25, and then if I don't like it, I'll just let some air out, ride it around until I find right where it's at. I don't even look at the number, to be honest. Now, the reason why people air down tires, especially a little bit lower than they should, is because when you're doing slow wheelies, it helps you balance side to side. Now, no matter what, if you're learning wheelies for the first time, it don't matter if it's almost flat or not. You're gonna struggle side to side. Your body's gonna have to get used to pulling a wheelie and staying straight, or turning if you want to turn. There's really no tips I can give you except for turning. You just kind of bring the bike up a little bit higher, but that's another video. Put like 20 pounds in there. I think 10 to 20 pounds is good depending on the tire, how hard or soft the tire is. Everybody's different. Now you're probably wondering, well, Drew, I have a stock Grom. Is that perfectly fine to start learning wheelies with? Yes, it is, especially in first gear. I've wheelied plenty of stock Groms in first gear with zero issues. They work just fine. Oh, hey, look, there it is again. That's the foot brake, the most important part of the video. All right, let's get started. Right off the rip, I'm gonna tell you, don't worry about wheeling in second, third, or fourth gear. Stay in first gear until you're good at that foot brake and you can ride a slow wheelie all the way down a road. So what you're gonna do, first things first, is you always have that brake covered. Have your foot covered over the brake, just like that. Don't ride like this and try and wheelie. You wanna have that brake covered, just like that. I'm not pressing on it, but it's covered. It's just gently on it. Practice just moving at a slow speed and just pulsing that brake, just barely touching it. You'll feel the bike kind of slow down. You'll feel it and hear it. Just keep a steady throttle. Remember, everything's in first gear. Don't do it for too long, because then you don't want to get brake fade. Brake fade is when your brake fluid literally gets up to like a boiling temperature and gets super soft, and you basically have no brakes until it cools down. Okay, second thing, I think we only have like 3 or 4 things that I got to tell you about, and the rest is just seat time and practice. It's that easy. Second thing, we are still in first gear. We're in first gear the whole time. Don't think about second gear. We're gonna clutch it up. We're gonna pull the clutch in, give it gas, and then we're gonna drop the clutch. And as soon as it pops up, you're gonna hit that back brake. Up, brake. Up, brake. Up, brake. Up, brake. Up, brake. Up, brake. Now, like the first exercise, don't do that too much. Let your brakes cool. You need to train your brain to hit that brake when that front end comes up and gets the balance point. Every time I clutch it up and go straight to balance point, I tap the brake to keep me from going too far back, and then I ride them out and gently tap the brake nice and slow. For example, I caught it, now I'm barely on the brake. Nice, slow, controlled throttle and brake. Nice and slow, just cruising. I'm at balance point. Now you must drill that into your brain. Train your brain with that brake. Because what's gonna happen is, when you're first learning wheelies and you get up to a certain point, you're gonna think you're at balance point, but you're not. You're gonna feel far back, but you're not. And your body's reaction is to take both feet off, and you're gonna eat shit. This is what happens when you don't train your brain with that brake and you take your feet off.
Oh.
See, most people think like, oh, if I get up too high, I'll just hit the brake. No, it happens so fast, and if you don't train yourself to hit that brake, you're going backwards. Do what I just taught you to do, and just keep drilling it into your head using that foot brake. Don't worry about how far you're going, how far you're chasing a first gear wheelie out. Chasing means you're not at balance point, so you're increasing the RPMs and you run out of gear pretty fast. That's what chasing means. Learn that foot brake. Once you learn that foot brake and you get to balance point, it's game on, and you can start riding them down the road. It's one of the best feelings ever to accomplish something like that, especially your first wheelie, you know what I mean? And it's just a whole nother world after that. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I want everyone to get these down. I want to see the world wheelie. I do. It's a blast, and there's no other feeling like it. But thanks for watching, guys. You will get it. You will get it down pat. I promise. Just don't give up. That's the most important thing. Don't give up. And remember, foot brake, foot brake. Have fun, guys, and stay safe. Oh wow, there's a foot brake again. Still, the most important part of this video.